Should you draft Trey McBride in fantasy football this year? Well, let's talk about it. You know, guys, have I ever told you how much I love Trey McBride? Trey McBride, he's just got that dog in him, man. Trey McBride is part of the elite group of tight ends who are just stratospheres away from the regular average tight end. He finished 2024 as the tight end 2, and this year, guess what? He's also the tight end 2 overall and the 22nd overall player. So that means he's going at the end of the second round at the 2-3 turn. As I said before, Trey McBride, he's just so far ahead of a lot of the other tight ends in the NFL in terms of fantasy value. And so drafting him just gives you such a positional advantage. Last year, he finished with 111 receptions, which was 4th in the NFL. A tight end was top 5 in total receptions. He had a 30% target share from Kyler Murray. That's insane. And the situation really hasn't changed. The Cardinals haven't added any meaningful receivers. Now, we are banking on, I'm assuming that Marvin Harrison's going to take a step forward. So Trey McBride may see slightly less receptions, but, that could easily be accounted for if he catches more touchdowns this year. He only had 2 receiving touchdowns last year. And while, you can argue that, Kyler might not like him in the red zone. Dude, he's 6'5". He's got to catch more touchdowns. He's a great candidate for positive touchdown regression. And if he sees, even 3 or 4 more touchdowns, it could account for Marvin Harrison, assumingly taking a little bit more of Trey McBride's target share. But that might not even happen, because the fact of the matter is, as much as we like to pretend as guys that size doesn't matter, Kyler Murray is really short, and he might not be able to see Marvin Harrison on these deep routes. But you know who he can see? 6'5", giant beefcake Trey McBride for the check down. And I think that's what part of the value of Trey McBride is, just that Kyler Murray seems to like him a lot more than any other receiver. I mean, this guy kind of just came out of nowhere because Kyler Murray liked him so much at the end of the 2023 season where he emerged. And I think that's going to keep happening. I mean, last year he had at least 5 receptions in all but 3 of his games and finished as a top 5 tight end 9 times. He's just elite, and there's nothing else to say about it. He gets an A+. If I could give him more pluses, I would. I love this guy so much, and I think there's literally nothing that could stop him, barring injury, from being a top 5 tight end.